Alrighty. Good morning. Time to harvest some potatoes. So, what does this have to do with fitness? Good nutrition is fitness. So, it's a 30-gallon grow bag. The first thing I do is just kind of hit the weeds off the very top of it. I stopped watering this plant for a while so that soil would dry out. Now, 30 gallons of dirt, it's probably about 300 pounds. So we're going to remove the topsoil. They ain't got any potatoes on the top. And the whole idea is I'm lessening my load. One scoop at a time. I was really just dumping it over. This is the easiest way to harvest it. But you can see the first 3 or 4 inches of the soil was pretty hard. So I want to remove that, make my burden a little easier. Little things lift smarter, not harder. And I want to keep the soil in the garden as much as possible. I don't really need it out here. Although sometimes that's just going to happen. Potatoes are great in vitamin D, potassium, necessary carbohydrates, all sorts of good stuff. So I'm curious to see how well they did. I've been getting about 10 decent sized potatoes per grow bag. Now last year I was getting about 15 per bag, but not as many big potatoes. So I'm still pretty happy with the output. All I'm doing is I'm kind of getting the extra weight out, so when I do tip it over I don't tear the bag. But I'd like to use it for next year. So I've already decreased the weight by basically a third. I'll take about 10 gallons of dirt out. I will once I have that filled. So I'll probably be able to tip it over here pretty quick. So most of the soil was compost. It was some that I bought. Probably a third of the soil that I bought from the store. About another third came from the garden itself. And the last third came from the neighbor's chicken coop. So, see if this is, yep, I can tip it over. So you can see even the roots grew through the bag. There we go. And so that's a good sized potato. About perfect size. And I'll put them in the bucket. There's 2. Here's one of the wee little ones. that soil in there. But I think I've hit the mother lode. I got some small ones in there. They're still good eating. That's probably a little too small. And I see a few in there still. So let's go through this area here. Make sure I got all the potatoes there. All right, now, there. Woo-wee. There we go. Let me, as I cut it over here. All right, I think I got them all. Let's see what I ended up with. Looks like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then some really small ones. Not a bad harvest. So next week I'll hit the other one over there. So the nutrition part of it and harvesting them is exercise.